All right, so I want to go through some of the basic parts of Scratch. So when I open Scratch, this is what it pretty much opens up to. What we have over here is what we call our code palette. Our code palette is where we can drag and drop our code blocks. For instance, if I want to change something to do with looks, I click on the looks tab and it opens it up here. And we have various other code blocks which you will learn about shortly. One of the most important ones to take note of is here, where we have our events, and our event code tells us when our code starts, and one that you'll often use is this here, which says when green flag clicked. And what that means is when we write code underneath here, when we click this flag, it'll run. Now at the moment I've got no code, so it's not doing anything. Some of our projects will ask you to use extension blocks, and our extension block section is down here on the left, and if we click that, it opens up here and gives us a couple of options. And for instance, we might want to do something with pen or something with music or similar, and if we click that, it then adds the pen code or the music code to our blocks available over here so we can code with them. One of the first things we often want to do in Scratch is change our sprite or choose a sprite. And it's worth noting that all the code we write is connected to each individual sprite. Let me show you that. Let's say I have when green flag clicked play snare drum. There we go. Every time I click green flag, the snare drum should play. Hopefully you're hearing that. But down in the bottom right hand corner here is various options where I can either upload a sprite, just click surprise if I don't really mind, paint a sprite, or choose a sprite. So let's say I choose another sprite and I am going to just choose the bell. You'll notice all my codes disappeared. And the reason for that is because the code is attached to the sprite itself. So when I click on sprite 1, our cat, we see that the code comes back. I click on bell, it goes as well. I'm going to get rid of both of those for the minute. It's asking me to check. The other thing that I might often want to do is add a backdrop. So if I click over here, same as before, there's a nice park bench with a view. I click on that and there is my backdrop. If we want to do some more advanced work with our backdrops, we can click up here to the backdrops tab and it will open this and it'll show our different backdrops here. We can make artistic changes to our backdrop. Of course, that's not very artistic, but you can see that. We also have our sounds tab here, which I know a lot of students get lost in for a lot of time, but try not to play around with it too much, at least initially. The other thing I want to go over right now before we get into any coding is what happens when we need to save our work. So let's say that made me rather big for a second there. That was not the intention. Whoops, keep doing it. Let's say I've made some awesome code here, such as with my balloon. I've got my balloon here and I write some code. Let's just very quickly write some code. When the green flag clicked, let's see, forever, change color. Let's go with that. So we have a multicolored balloon. So when I click the green flag, my balloon starts changing lots of colors, and you can see also that I was dragging it around earlier to move it. So I want to save that. We go File, Save to your computer, and let's just save it to my desktop at the moment and call it balloon code. Now, if I want to recover my code, many of you would be used to going to desktop and finding the file, and where is it? I'm busy making myself too big again. Here it is, under Other, Balloon Code, and you might go, all right, I'll open the file, and what it will do is it'll open this and say it's gone. I've had many students go, where's my code gone? The trick is you need to open it from within Scratch. So if we open up Scratch again and go File, Load, there it is there, but I'd go to my folder, which should be my Digital Tech folder, which you've made and saved things into, double click on it, and here's my balloon code all ready to go again. So that is a very quick introduction to Scratch. You can also notice that the title of the code is up here. So if you change it here, it changes your file name. And that should do for the minute.